My child, come closer. Before the world outside grows quiet and the world inside grows loud, before sleep offers you its temporary escape, I want to speak to you. Grant me this time, this sacred pause between the day that is done and the night that is waiting. For in these moments, as you quiet your heart to listen, I am preparing a shift within your spirit so profound it will feel like a miracle. A sunrise breaking within your very soul when you had resigned yourself to endless twilight. Yes, my child, I am speaking directly to you, not to the person you present to the world, the one with the practiced smile and the capable hands. I am speaking past that brave fortress, past the walls you have so carefully built. I am calling to the one who lives inside, the one who knows the precise weight of every unshed tear. I am speaking into the silent archives of your heart where you have filed away the disappointments and the deferred dreams. I am walking into the rooms you keep locked, the ones where your deepest anxieties whisper that you are not enough, that you will be forgotten, that your best efforts will ultimately fail. I am here in this moment to turn on a light in those rooms. And this is not a borrowed light that depends on a favorable sunrise or a cloudless sky. This is a light that I am kindling from the ember of divinity I placed within you from the very beginning. It is a warmth that is beginning to spread through your marrow, a gentle fire that is thawing the frozen parts of you, reminding your very cells of what it feels like to be fully, vibrantly alive. I know that in the long stretches of silence, when your prayers seem to hit a ceiling of brass and fall back to earth unanswered, you imagined I was distant. You painted a picture of a God who was preoccupied, perhaps even disappointed or indifferent. Oh, my beloved, if you could only see as I see. In the very heart of that deafening silence, I was never absent. I have stood as a constant star in your darkest night, a fixed point of light that does not wander or dim. You, like a mariner lost on a vast and empty sea, may have been too tossed by the waves of your circumstances to find me, but my light was always there, a steady beacon of promise. You could not always feel my presence, I know this. The numbness of grief and the panic of fear can be powerful anesthetics to the soul, but I felt you. I felt every frantic beat of your heart, every tremor of uncertainty that ran through you. You could not always hear my voice, for the noise of the world and the clamor of your own worries were so loud. But every single breath you took, in and out, was a conversation between us. Your inhale was a petition for life, and my exhale was the answer, sustaining you, holding you, keeping you for one more moment, and then another, and another, until you could feel the solid ground of my purpose returning beneath your feet. You have stood before so many closed doors, have you not? You have knocked with hope, then with persistence, then with desperation, until your knuckles were raw and your spirit was bruised. You have asked me with tears in your eyes and a genuine confusion in your heart, why? Why not this one? I was ready. I was willing. Listen to me now, my child, and let this truth settle into you. I was the one who kept that door locked. I was the one who barred that passage. And it was not an act of denial, but an act of the most profound protection. With my eternal perspective, I could see what you could not. I could see the rooms behind those doors. Had you entered, you would have found yourself in a life with no windows, a suffocating existence with no view of my light. You would have found wells that were poisoned with bitterness, relationships that promised refreshment but delivered only sickness. You would have found promises that seemed beautiful but had no roots, and they would have withered at the first sign of trouble, leaving you more desolate than before. See, I am guarding you not only from external threats, but I am also guarding you from the beautiful, innocent, but sometimes misguided impulses of your own heart. Your impatience, though born of a sincere desire for good things, does not always see the full picture. I am not punishing you with a season of delay. I am preparing you with a season of development. Please, do not measure the depth of my love for you by the speed at which I answer your requests. That is a human metric based on instant gratification. Measure my love by the divine precision with which I am weaving every thread of your life, including the long, quiet threads of waiting, into a masterpiece of meaning and purpose. That period you call waiting is not an empty, echoing hallway where you are abandoned to pace back and forth. It is my personal studio, my workshop, my sacred classroom. It is in this space that I am tailoring a strength that is custom fit to your soul. It is here that I am teaching your eyes the subtle art of discernment, training you to recognize the difference between what glitters and what is truly gold, what is fleeting and what is eternal. The resilience, the wisdom, the patience you are cultivating in this season of waiting will become like a suit of gleaming armor for you in the battles to come. You will wear it with a confidence that can only be born from having walked through the fire and learned that I am always with you in the flames. My child, let us speak of the names you have given yourself. In the quiet moments of self-judgment, you have whispered labels over your own soul that I have never ever spoken. You have looked at the paths of others and called yourself behind. You have looked at your past mistakes and called yourself broken. You have looked at the calendar and the clock and called yourself too late. These are heavy, ill-fitting garments of shame, and I am asking you now to remove them. Let them fall to the floor. They were never yours to wear. They are lies woven by the enemy of your soul to keep you small and afraid. Come, let me clothe you in the truth. Let me robe you in the reality of who you are in my eyes. Your true name is chosen. Before the foundations of the world were laid, I knew you and I set my love upon you. Your true name is becoming. You are not a finished product, nor are you a ruin. You are a glorious work in progress, and the artist is God. Your true name is resilient. You have been through storms that should have destroyed you, but here you are, still standing, still breathing, still reaching. And your truest name is beloved. This is not a title you earn. It is your core identity. It is the very essence of who you are. You are not the sum of the storms you have survived. That is like defining a garden by the rains that fell. No, you are the vibrant, fragrant, beautiful garden that grew because of the rain. The storms, as painful as they were, delivered the very water that was necessary for your roots to deepen and your blossoms to emerge. You are not defined by the people who walked away from you, by the love that was withdrawn, or the friendship that ended. You are and will forever be defined and remembered by the one who has never left your side and who never will. My remembrance of you is not a faded memory, like an old photograph. It is a continual, active, a present tense seeing. My attention is perpetually upon you, not with the critical eye of a judge, but with the captivated delight of a creator gazing upon his cherished creation. I am not bored with your story. I am utterly fascinated by it. I am fascinated by the quiet courage you show when you choose kindness after being treated harshly. I am moved to my very core by the small acts of generosity you offer to others, especially when your own resources are dwindling. I am so incredibly proud of the way you keep reaching for a sliver of light, even when the shadows around you are long and insistent that they have already won the day. Never believe for one moment that these small acts of faith go unnoticed. I see them all, and I treasure them as precious jewels. You have wondered, in a world of so many loud and confident voices, if your small, tentative voice even matters. You have felt that your prayers are just whispers lost in a hurricane. Oh, my child, let me assure you, your voice matters to me more than you can possibly comprehend. I hear you. I hear the prayers you shout in frustration, the prayers you whisper through tears, and even the prayers that are so deep and painful you cannot form words, the ones that exist only as a silent ache inside your own rib cage. I hear them all, so please let your voice come to me exactly as it is. Do not try to polish it or make it sound more religious. Bring it to me trembling with fear. Bring it to me steady with faith. Bring it to me loud with anger. Bring it to me quiet with exhaustion. Bring it to me eloquent and rehearsed. Bring it to me stumbling and broken. I do not grade your prayers on their grammar or their structure. I receive them and cradle them in my hands, cherishing them for their sincerity. Bring me the whole story of you. Do not edit out the parts you are ashamed of. Show me the chapters you wish you could rewrite. Tell me about the thoughts you spend your days trying to outrun. Confess the fears that you believe, if spoken aloud, would surely make me turn away from you in disgust. I will not turn. I will never turn away from a heart that is turning toward me. I know how to hold the sharp, broken edges of your life without letting them harm you or me. I am a master of reclamation. I know how to take the jagged, mismatched pieces of your past and arrange them into a breathtaking mosaic that tells a story of my unending mercy. I know how to take the cry of despair that you thought was the final, tragic end of your song and make it the very first, powerful note of a brand new anthem of redemption and victory. Now listen to me very closely, for this is important. I am sending help to you, but it may come in forms you have not yet learned to recognize. You are looking for a dramatic rescue, a parting of the Red Sea, a trumpet blast from the heavens. And while I am capable of all those things, I often work in subtler, more intimate ways. My help may arrive as a simple, creative idea that flashes at the edge of your mind, a new way to solve an old problem. It may look like a sudden surge of courage to make that phone call you have been dreading. It may look like a newfound willingness to forgive someone, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free. My help may arrive as a wave of profound rest that washes over you just when you were about to push yourself past the point of breaking. Do not despise these small, quiet beginnings. Do not dismiss the gentle nudges and the quiet whispers. Entire, mighty rivers are born from tiny, overlooked springs hidden deep in the mountains. I am inviting you to bend down and drink from these small springs of my grace. Let this daily refreshment be the very place where your grandest strategies are born. When I give you wisdom, it often arrives not as a fully constructed staircase to the top floor, but simply as a single, lighted step right in front of you. Your job is not to worry about the 100th step. Your job is simply to take the first one. Momentum is a language of trust. Every time you take a small step of faith, you are saying to me, I trust that you will light the next one. I know the fatigue you have been carrying. It is not just a physical tiredness. It is a soul weariness, a heaviness that has settled deep in your shoulders like a leaden cloak. I know about the memories that visit you uninvited in the middle of the night. Ghosts of the past that try to become your counselors for the future, whispering lies of repeat failure. I know the ache that certain dates on the calendar bring. I know the way a certain song, a certain smell, can instantly unlock a room in your heart that you have tried so hard to keep sealed. I do not ask you to bypass your humanity or to pretend you do not feel these things. I am not rushing you through your healing. I come and sit with you in the middle of it. I sit with you in the sorrow, in the confusion, in the ache. And while we sit there together in the quiet, I am at work. I am gently stitching new threads of my strength into the worn-out seams of your soul. You are allowed to rest. Let me say that again so it sinks deep into your spirit. You have permission to be still. Rest is not a retreat from the battle. It is the way you refuel for it. Rest is not a sign of weakness or laziness. It is an act of profound wisdom and trust. It is in the moments of true risk that you remember a foundational truth of my kingdom. Being loved is not something you earn through frantic productivity or impressive achievements. Being loved is the very soil from which all good and lasting work grows. So tonight, let the soil of your heart drink deeply of my love. Let it be still and receive. I call forth healing into the very fabric of your being. In your body, where weary cells have forgotten their song of life, I speak restoration and vitality. I call forth balance into your mind, where the storm of anxiety and worry has been raging for far too long. I call forth a deep and abiding peace into your nervous system, teaching it to release the constant posture of bracing for impact when there is no blow coming. I speak alignment over your hormones, your heartbeat, your digestion, and your sleep cycles. I speak clarity into your thought processes and a pervasive gentleness into your self-talk. I am releasing over you, right now, the profound calm of still waters at sunrise. I am imparting to you the unshakable steadiness of the ancient mountains that have stood through millennia of storms and changing seasons. Allow this divine calm to become your new, natural rhythm. Let it teach your days how to move with grace and purpose, rather than frantic, exhausting effort. And what of the dreams you buried? The ones you laid to rest because the ground of your circumstances looked too hard and rocky for anything to grow. I am speaking to those buried dreams right now, and I say, rise. You thought they were dead, but I have been preserving the seeds. I kept them hidden in my hand, not to deny them from you, but to protect them from being stolen by doubt or devoured by discouragement. I have not forgotten the secret work you did when no one was watching or applauding. I have not forgotten the hours you poured into a project that seemed to fail, the love you gave that seemed to be rejected, the integrity you chose when a shortcut would have been so much easier. I counted every hour. I measured every sacrifice. And I will bring a restoration into your life that is so complete and so beautiful that it will honor the very integrity you chose in those quiet, lonely rooms. Your integrity acts like a spiritual magnet, my child. It draws my favor to you as surely as a compass needle finds true north. So keep walking true. Even when the glittering shortcuts of the world promise a faster, easier path, keep your soul whole. There is a version of success that the world offers that will ultimately cost you your very self. It will demand that you compromise your values, silence your conscience, and fracture your integrity. I am not offering you that kind of success. The path I am laying before you is one where prosperity does not break your connection to me. It is a path where influence does not inflate your ego, and where visibility does not erase your humility. I am not interested in building fragile towers of fame and fortune around you. I am interested in growing deep, unshakable roots of character within you. There is a person you are becoming that will surprise even you. Not because this person will be a stranger, but because it will be the most authentic version of you that has ever existed. It will be you, finally free from the fear that has been choking your courage for so long. You will learn to speak with a gentleness that carries undeniable authority. You will learn to act with a boldness that is always clothed in wisdom. You will gain a divine clarity, knowing instinctively when to say a wholehearted yes, and when to protect your peace with a sacred no, and you will do so without guilt. You will begin to choose relationships that mirror the way I love you, steady, truthful, kind, committed, both tender and strong. I will teach you the holy and necessary skill of setting boundaries. You will learn that boundaries are not unloving walls designed to keep people out. They are the fences around a beautiful garden, designed to create a safe space where love and trust can grow without being trampled by carelessness or disrespect. And in your existing relationships, I am also at work. Where reconciliation is my will for you, I will soften hearts. I will dismantle walls of pride and misunderstanding, starting with your own heart. I will give you the words of healing and the grace to listen. And where release is necessary for your health and your calling, I will make the process of letting go a gentle blessing rather than a traumatic shattering. I am not careless with your attachments, my child. I honor the threads of connection that have shaped you, but with the gentle skill of a master weaver, I am untying the knots that have hindered your growth and your freedom. Trust me with the endings, because I am the undisputed master of new beginnings. I have friendships already prepared for you that will feel like coming home to a warm fire on a cold night. I have mentors waiting in the wings who will speak life and vision into your craft and your calling. I have partners in faith ready to stand with you, whose belief in you will lift you up on the days when your own grows weary. Do not try to walk this next season alone. Community is not a luxury. It is a divine shelter, a fortress against the storms. I urge you to enter into it with courage. Take the risk of allowing yourself to be truly seen with your strengths and your struggles. The reward will be a sense of belonging that will heal the deepest parts of you. I know you look at the unknown path ahead and you are afraid. It is natural to fear what you cannot see, but I am not sending you into a confusing maze to find your own way out. I am personally guiding you through a story that I have already written, a story that already knows its triumphant and beautiful conclusion. When I say step, I do not then vanish into the shadows. In fact, the very opposite happens. My presence enlarges and intensifies around your act of obedience. My miracles often wear the simple disguise of your next small movement. You are waiting for a feeling of power before you move, but I am waiting for your yes to release my power into your situation. Even a small, trembling yes is enough to turn the entire tide of a battle. With each obedient step you take, the next part of the map unfolds before you. With each small act of faith, the provision you need miraculously appears. Learn this rhythm, my child, for it is the rhythm of my kingdom. Listen for my guidance, trust what you hear, move in obedience, receive my provision, give thanks for it, and then listen again. It is a simple, beautiful dance, and it is effortless when you remember that I am the one leading. Your work matters to me, not just the big tasks that earn you applause and recognition from others, but the hidden, daily labor of faithfulness. The patient email you rewrite for the third time, the quiet integrity you maintain when no one is checking, the extra effort you put in not for a reward, but for the sake of excellence. I see it all, and I breathe my blessing upon that work. I intend to make it fruitful beyond your wildest imaginings. I will give you creative strategies that are both effective and sustainable, strategies that don't require you to burn out. I will open your eyes to efficiencies and systems that will free up your time and energy for what truly matters. Your relationship with me, with your loved ones, and with yourself. I will bring a supernatural favor to your endeavors, not as a flash of fame that quickly fades, but as a steady, prevailing wind at your back, moving you consistently forward. To walk in this favor, you must guard your heart. Keep it clean from the poison of envy. Comparing your journey to someone else's will only shrink your vision and steal your joy. Keep your hands open and generous. Generosity is a spiritual principle. It widens your capacity to receive from me. Keep your words honest and full of life. Integrity is the foundation that stabilizes all long-term influence. What I am building with you, my child, we are building to last for generations. I am giving you a new language to speak. Learn to speak to your days as a master gardener speaks to their seeds. with hopeful expectation and patient care. When you wake up, bless your morning before you even leave it. Before you walk into that difficult meeting, bless your mind with my wisdom. Before you step across the threshold of your house, bless your home with my peace. Speak blessings over the people you find most difficult. This is a powerful spiritual weapon. Blessing disarms the spirits of accusation and contention in a way that argument never can. When the voice of anxiety begins to narrate a fearful future for you, interrupt it immediately with the voice of gratitude. Gratitude is not a denial of your problems. It is a powerful declaration of a deeper truth. It is your soul reminding itself of what is still good, what is still true, and who is still in control, even when many things feel uncertain. Practice this discipline of gratitude, and you will feel your entire internal weather system begin to shift from stormy to calm. Let my peace now descend upon you like a gentle, soaking rain that does not ask for the desert's permission to fall. It simply falls, and the parched ground of your soul learns once again how to bloom. I have divine appointments set for you in your future, meetings and opportunities that no human hand can cancel or block. I have carefully aligned these opportunities with the cadence of your own spiritual growth, so that when they arrive, you will be fully prepared to receive them. You will not be afraid of your own answered prayers. Some blessings must wait until your character has developed the strength to carry their weight. I would rather you arrive at your destination prepared and able to steward the blessing, than to arrive early and buckle under a weight you were not yet ready for. So, I implore you, stop comparing your pace to anyone else's journey. Your story is not late. It is being perfectly tailored by a master craftsman. Your gifts are not small. They are specific and potent. Your future is not fragile. It is held securely in the grip of a love that has never and will never fail. You have asked me about forgiveness. You have cried out to me, how? How do I do this when the memory is still so raw, when the wound still throbs at the slightest touch? My child, forgiveness is not pretending that the hurt did not happen. That is denial, and it is a shallow grave that will not hold the pain for long. True forgiveness is the courageous act of handing me the gavel. It is releasing your grip on the right to be the judge and jury over the one who hurt you. It is entrusting the verdict, the pain, and the person entirely to me, so that I can replace the burden of bitterness in your hands with the gift of freedom. I will never minimize your pain. I sat with you in it. I collected your tears. But I will, with all my love, refuse to let that pain become the master of your life. When you choose to forgive, you are not declaring that what they did was right. You are declaring with authority that you will no longer be ruled by what they did. You are opening your hands so I can fill them with a future so bright that the offense cannot even cast a shadow upon it. And on the days when you struggle, when the anger and hurt rise up again, just tell me. I am not grading your performance. I am gently guiding you, step by step, into wholeness. Some of you live in a secret fear that your past mistakes have permanently sealed certain doors, that you have wandered so far off the path you have disqualified yourself from my best plans. Hear me now, and let this truth dismantle that lie forever. My mercy is infinitely stronger than your misstep. You think you have walked off the edge of my map, but my child, I am the maker of maps. When you felt lost, I never lost sight of you. I will reroute your path with infinite gentleness. I will waste nothing. I will take the painful lessons from your detours and transform them into brilliant lanterns that will light the next mile of your journey. I will teach you the gift of discernment, not by shaming you for your past blindness, but by lovingly opening your eyes to see more clearly now. You will not repeat the cycles that broke you, because a deep, solid understanding will begin to grow in you, like a mighty tree planted by rivers of living water, rooted, patient, and destined to bear abundant fruit in its proper season. And when that season of fruitfulness arrives, you will find that you do not need to strive or strain for it. Fruit simply appears on branches that have learned the secret of how to rest in their connection to the vine. I am your vine. Rest in me. Do not ever be afraid of your questions. I am not a God who is intimidated by your doubts or angered by your whys. In fact, I am the God who invites them. Bring them all to me, without performance or pretense. I may not always drown you in easy answers because sometimes my presence is the truer answer. I will anchor you in my unchanging presence, and from that place of security, the need for all the answers will begin to fade. Some mysteries are allowed to unfold slowly because the process of wrestling with them grows you in ways that a quick solution never could. I am far more interested in shaping your character to carry the weight of your calling than I am in simply giving you what you ask for. A calling without character is like a magnificent ship with a torn sail. It might look impressive in the harbor, but it will be tossed and ultimately lost in the first great gust of wind. I am mending your sail. I am teaching you to read the winds of my spirit. You will learn to recognize my currents, and you will navigate the seas of life with skill and confidence. You will no longer be tossed by every shifting opinion of others. You will not be swayed by flattery or crushed by criticism, because your sense of worth will be rooted in the unshakable soil of my love for you. There are ancient promises that I whispered over your spirit before you even knew how to form a prayer. They are not wishful thinking or charming folklore. They are the very foundations upon which your life is being built. I am a God who watches over my word to perform it. When I make a promise, I also begin the preparation. When I make a declaration, I also begin the development. Right now, behind the scenes of your life, I am bringing all the pieces together. I am arranging geography, aligning timing, forging divine connections, releasing resources, and planting inspired ideas. It is like a great composer gathering all the diverse instruments for a grand symphony. For much of your life, you have only heard the chaotic sounds of the orchestra tuning up. But now, I want you to listen closely. The music is about to begin. Do not panic when the tempo of your life begins to quicken. I have been training your hands for this very measure. You will not drop the blessings I am placing in them. I am also doing a deep work of healing in your generational story. In your family line, I am closing the book on destructive patterns that exhausted your parents and their parents before them. Through your choices, your faith, and your healing, the cycles of fear, of scarcity thinking, of addiction, and of frantic performance-based striving are coming to an end. And in you, new cycles are beginning. Cycles of courage, of abundant generosity, of freedom, and of peaceful, trust-filled rest. You, my child, are a hinge in history. A hinge is a small but powerful thing. It bears a great deal of weight in order to open massive doors into new rooms. I am strengthening you for this very purpose. I am surrounding you with wise counsel. I am teaching you the delicate art of how to bless those who wounded you without having to return to the environment that wounded you. You will learn how to honor your history while still choosing a healthier future. You will learn to forgive while still maintaining wise boundaries. You will learn to love with an open heart while still speaking the hard truth when necessary. And please, do not confuse my call to humility with a command to shrink. True humility is not thinking less of yourself. It is simply thinking of yourself less and thinking of me more. It is the brave and radical act of agreeing with how I see you. It is bowing to the reality that I created. And the reality is this: you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and you are on this earth for a divine purpose. So, I want you to walk into rooms without apologizing for your existence. Sit at tables knowing that you have a contribution to make because I sent you there. Speak when I nudge you to speak, and keep a wise and powerful silence when I tell you to wait, But whatever you do, do not disappear. The world does not need your absence. It needs your authentic, spirit-filled presence, rooted in my love, listening for my voice, courageous in your actions, and kind in your spirit. You are not assigned to be everyone's answer. You are simply invited to be faithful to your specific assignment. I am not asking you to carry the weight of tomorrow's burdens with only today's portion of strength. My grace has a schedule. It arrives daily, fresh like manna from heaven. You cannot store it or stockpile it. So ask me for what you need for this day and this day alone. I promise I will supply it. When you awaken tomorrow, invite me to arrange your priorities. When you make your plans, leave open spaces for my divine interruptions and wonders. When those interruptions come, look for me in them. Sometimes I hide my greatest gifts in what looks like a detour. Sometimes I protect you from a hidden danger by slowing you down. And sometimes I love you most profoundly by refusing to let you burn yourself out chasing the applause of a world that will not be there to hold you in the middle of the night. I am placing a supernatural hedge of protection around you. I am rebuking plans from the enemy that were designed to derail you. I am canceling the power of negative words that have been spoken against your identity and your purpose. I am quieting the storms that have risen up against you simply because the light of my glory has begun to break through in your life. I will be your shield. I will be your defender. I will be your rear guard. You can walk forward with your head held high, with a holy confidence because you are not walking unguarded. You are being personally escorted by grace. To those of you who feel too small for the greatness of what is approaching, hear this truth. I have always favored the humble because humility leaves room for me to work. Your perceived smallness is not a handicap, it is a doorway. Through that doorway, my infinite strength finds the space it needs to display itself for my glory. So, look again at those intimidating tasks on your horizon. Break them down into small, faithful, manageable steps, and then celebrate your progress. Refuse the tyranny of perfectionism. Perfectionism is a thief that comes dressed in the glittering robes of ambition, but it will steal your joy and paralyze your progress. Choose excellence instead. Steady, honest, joyful craftsmanship. Let your work be a form of worship. Let your diligence be an act of devotion. To those of you who feel unseen in the shadows, I remind you, seeds are always unseen long before they become unstoppable trees. There is a profound power in the hidden seasons. It is in the obscure, quiet years, away from the spotlight, that your roots get to explore the depths of me in a way your branches never could. Do not resent these quiet years. They are the very years that are turning you into a person that storms will one day respect. And when the time comes for me to reveal the work I have done in you, it will not be to prove anything to your doubters. It will be because the fruit you carry is finally ripe and ready for a world that is hungry for what only you can offer. So, focus not on display but on nourishment. Ask yourself, who is being fed by my life? Who can rest in the shade of my peace? Who is finding courage for their own journey because they see that I refuse to quit? This, my child, is how heaven measures influence. I am teaching your heart the holy practice of joy. Joy is not a naive emotion that is dependent on perfect circumstances. Joy is a deeply courageous choice. It is an act of spiritual warfare. It chooses to celebrate not because everything is perfect, but because my grace is always present. I want you to find reasons to laugh again, a deep belly laugh that shakes the dust off your soul. I want you to sing, even if your voice cracks. I want you to dance in your kitchen while you cook. I want you to write down the moments of gratitude that glow like embers in your chest. These simple acts are not trivial. They are declarations of war against the darkness. They push back the oppressive gloom. They remind your nervous system of what hope feels like. They train your mind to actively expect my goodness. This kind of anticipation is not presumption, it is partnership with my promises. When fear comes knocking, insisting on evidence that everything will be okay, you will show it your history with me. You will remember how I carried you through that frightening diagnosis. You will remember how the provision arrived at the 11th hour, just when you thought all was lost. You will remember how the right words of wisdom landed on your tongue right when you needed them. You will remember the friend who called on the very day you were about to give up. My child, these are not random coincidences. These are divine coordinates on the map of my faithfulness. Trace them with your finger. Let the remembrance of my past goodness build a mighty altar in your memory. Worship me there and watch your present fears shrink in the light of my proven track record. I am also healing your relationship with time. You are not racing against a cruel clock that is cheering for your failure. You are walking peacefully with a loving shepherd who knows the terrain intimately. I am a God who redeems lost time. I do not do this by turning back the clock to the past, but by miraculously multiplying the fruitfulness of your present. In the areas where you feel you have wasted seasons, I will bring a divine acceleration. In the areas where you feel you have hurried past what was truly important, I will give you the gift of a holy slowness. You can live at a pace where deep, meaningful love is possible. So breathe. Just breathe. You are allowed to be a human being held safely within the arms of the divine. And now, my child, as you prepare for rest, I want to seal this entire word over you with a blessing that cannot be broken, a blessing that does not fade with the morning light. I bless your mind with supernatural clarity. I bless your heart with unwavering courage. I bless your body with restorative strength. I bless your home with tangible peace. I bless your relationships with healing honesty. I bless your work with divine favor. I bless your steps with unerring guidance. I bless your nights with deep, renewing rest. I bless your mornings with a clear sense of purpose. I bless your past with redemptive meaning, your present with my palpable presence, and your future with inextinguishable hope. I bless you with a laughter that returns easily and often, and with tears that wash your soul gently and cleanly. I bless you with the sharp discernment to recognize counterfeit opportunities, and the holy audacity to embrace the authentic ones I send your way. I bless you with a patience that is not passive, but powerfully expectant. With a perseverance that is not harsh and grinding, but grace-fueled with a softness that is not a weakness, but a sign of incredible strength. With a confidence that is not arrogance, but a quiet assurance of whose you are. I bless you with ears that are finely tuned to my slightest whisper, and with eyes that are trained to notice my loving fingerprints all over your daily life. You are not standing on the edge of a disaster. You are standing on the threshold of a great deliverance. You are not waiting for doom. You are waiting for the dawn, and the dawn is always faithful. It comes whether we are watching for it or we are fast asleep. Tonight, you will sleep under a sky that has heard every single one of your prayers, and under the watchful gaze of a love that never slumbers. As you rest, I am working. As you dream, I am designing. As you release your worries, I am restoring your soul. You will awaken in the morning to fresh evidence that my grace has been busy on your behalf all through the night. Yes, these moments we have shared are not ordinary moments. They have been set apart. They are a turning point. They are the fulcrum upon which your future is now shifting. I ask you to believe this, not because believing is a magical trick you perform to force my hand, but because belief is what aligns your spirit with the reality that I see. And the reality as I see it is filled with miracles. It is saturated with mercy that is new every single morning. It includes you, my beloved child, whole and gloriously becoming, walking forward into the magnificent life that we are shaping together. We will do it hand in hand, step by step, with a joy that keeps finding you and a peace that keeps choosing you. Now lay down your weary thoughts. Let them go. Put your head upon the pillow of my faithfulness. Breathe in the absolute certainty that you are completely and unconditionally loved. Breathe out the exhausting idea that you must somehow earn what I have already freely given. Let your heart learn a new, calm, steady rhythm. Blessed, loved, safe. And as your eyes finally close, hear my eternal promise echo one last time in the silent sanctuary of your soul. I am with you. I am for you. And I am already doing far more for your good than you could ever ask, think, or imagine. Sleep now, precious one. Your miracle is already on its way. Amen.